Hey, does anybody else feel like out of place in just in life? Like no matter what you do, no matter what group of friends you have, no matter what job you get, you just feel like you don't. You just had this feeling that you just don't belong there. I know it's called imposter syndrome, but I'm even just talking about just in life. Like I'll give you an example of kind of how I feel sometimes. Like me, let's say like okay, I used to work for a moving company, right, for a little while. And if we was moving stuff fast and doing a good job, like if we was moving, just making a good time or whatever, and then the person whoever was over us, or if it was a house or whatever, they say, man, you guys are doing a great job. Let's say it'd be like five of us. I would always feel like they're not talking to me, even though I'm in that group doing that work. I would always feel like they're talking to the other guys and not me. Unfortunately, this ain't one of those videos where it's like, here's how to get over that. I don't even know. I'm almost 30 years old and I still feel like that. I remember I was talking to my dad one time a long time ago. And my dad ain't really a yapper, you know. I guess that's kind of where I get it from. He'll yap about sports and all kind of shit, but he's not really like a back in the day reminiscent kind of like back in my day we used to blah blah blah. So whenever whenever I get that little pocket, that little chance to talk about back in his day and how he grew up and stuff like that, I always kind of I try to ask as many questions as I can while he's on a roll because I don't ever know what I'm gonna get it, again. So we were just talking about back in the day and all that kind of stuff, how he used to be. And I asked him, I said, Pop, I said, when have you ever felt out of place in life? And he said, me? I went, yeah. He said, where have I felt out of place? He thought about it for a minute and went, my whole damn life. And I went, me too. Now I say I'm almost 30. That's a 60-something-year-old man, you know. But the good thing I think is, I do think that we can overcome it. Now, like I said, I don't got no tips and tricks. I'm looking for tips and tricks. So if you know any, put them in the comments. And another thing too, I do kind of believe that it's just all in our head. I think it's not as serious as we think it is. I think to some degree it's valid. Like when you go to some places, you just don't fit in. Is that a bad thing? In the grand scheme of things, no. But if it's something like a job or something that you feel like nobody is like would like take your side on stuff like that, because people act. I made a video about maturity. Maturity doesn't exist really. Like everybody are walking around with just big ass kids. Like you just a old, like you could be 70 years old. You basically just a 70-year-old child to be, you know. Adults act worse than kids. Right? So when you go on some jobs, motherfuckers clicking up and stuff like that. I worked at a lot of jobs like that. And I just have never had that mentality to want to click up with somebody other than to just be cool with them. I've never had that mentality to click up on them to like, let's all talk shit about this one person that ain't around or something like that. I don't understand stuff like that. So in that sense, it's a good thing. But it's a bad thing when it's done to you, because you feel like, damn, like I'm just like what I do. I could make it some oversimplified philosophical thing of, well, they just are intimidated by your light and you're the chosen one. And hey, maybe that stuff is true. I wish it was more like, you know, like I wish God or whatever would say, like, you're the chosen one. I wish it was like that sometimes. But what are you gonna do, huh? That's just how it is. But then sometimes you look around at folks and you see like they little hive mentality and that they think just like everybody else, and you see that and you go, thank God that ain't me. I don't know. Tell me what you think.